What's going on, guys? I am pretty stoked right now because I just bought another Klarus product. I've been so happy with my XT2 CR light. I don't know how many times I've said now that that's really quickly worked its way up to my favorite single 18650 cell light of all time. But I found out now that Klarus has released an XT12S model, which is designed to be kind of the smaller, more medium-sized variant between the GT12 light, a little smaller than the GT12. Apparently that one, as serious as the throw is on it, people wanted something with just a slightly smaller head that was still very throwy, and they're hoping, and I hope, that this light will actually fill the gap between the two. So this is the newest offering by Klarus. You can see it here on the front here. I'm going to turn it on its side. And yes, I did rip this, guys. Any of y'all who have seen my videos know that I'm not patient. So sorry, man. I've definitely already been playing with this light, and this is a pretty bad rip. On the side here, you have all your ANSI specs like you normally do. It is IPX8, which is awesome. And the intensity is pretty high up there, especially for how small the head is. It's over 40,000, which is about 4 times greater than the XT2 CR light is. So it should be a bit, definitely a good bit throwier than the XT2 CR. Run times are almost identical, 200 hours in its lowest output, and the same potential maximum output of 1600 lumens. On the back, it goes into a bit more depth, of course, with your ANSI specs, your run times, and I believe they are very similar, if not identical, again to the XT2 CR run times as well as the outputs, which is really cool. I mean, they've been released at almost the exact same time in 2017, so they should be really similar. One thing I did notice on this box, which is kind of cool, I don't think you can tell in the camera, but where it says utilizes Cree XHP35 high D4 LED, that's actually a printed piece of tape that's overlying whatever on this box. So I don't know if they ran with the exact same rear, but to the XT2 CR box for this particular packaging, and then with these first run of lights, had to just put this piece of tape over it because they did change the LED from this XT2 CR light that I carry every day to the XT12S. But anyways, that's it for the box. You got the Klarus emblem on the top, Klarus emblem on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and dive in here. Open it up. You can see that bad rip, which I hate because I actually like keeping the boxes on a lot of my lights. Here is the beast. Boom. There was the flap. Klarus is really good about this. A lot of the other manufacturers are too. This just protects the cell from, being activated and keeping as much battery life as it can during shipment of it before it's used. So on the pocket clip here, you'll see this warning. This warning is just saying that you need to remove, and I haven't yet, but I am now, this clip, even though the cell's in there, before you actually are able to activate the light. I'm going to open up the light real quick because one of my favorite things about the XT2 CR light, and now with the XT12S, is that it comes with a massive 3600 milliamp light, milliamp cell by Klarus, which is so cool that they include that. I'm very, very, very happy about that. Put that back in real quick. It comes with a typical, Klarus lanyard, very similar, if not the same exact one that's used for the XT2 CR. It has this cool magnetic charger. Those of you who are familiar with Klarus products, again, this is only my second Klarus product, so for me this was new. But very cool to see. Obviously, you can take the cell out and put it in a conventional recharger, or you can just use this magnet to recharge the light. It says Klarus on it, which is really cool too. I'm going to set that aside here. When you plug the magnet up to this spot here, the whole lighter colored region, that secondary circle around the brass or the golder part that you see, will be illuminated by different colors, which will determine how much juice is actually in the light. So I believe it's red, yellow, and green, green being the highest. This light's pretty low right now. I'm going to turn it on and see. Let's see. Right now it looks like it's yellow. So I guess we've had it charging for a little bit. So I guess there's a little bit of juice in it now. You can see here on the light, Klarus XT12S. And unlike the XT2 CR light that I have, you can see, in fact, I have that light on me because it is on me often now. You can see how much bigger the head is. looking into the reflectors of the lights. They do run on different LEDs as well. And the cool thing is this, when you're programming the light, and we'll get into that too when I show you the user interface, this little Klarus LED here is what will illuminate on the XT2CR, which is different from the XT12S, which again is that outer loop which will illuminate. So just so you guys can see a size comparison, I'm also going to stand the lights up. They are almost identically the same size. You've also got the standard lanyard that comes with a lot of the Klarus products. Not lanyard, I'm sorry, the nylon holster. You've got the Klarus lanyard, which is the same one I keep on the XT2CR. I'll put that one back now with, looks like one spare O-ring in the clear bag. You've got the user manual for the XT12S model. And I mean, they do a decently good job. It's honestly really confusing to see how the programming works on this light. But once you figure it out, it's definitely manageable. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how the light works. So that is everything that comes in the box. It's important to note too, that when you're programming this light and the functions, the LED that will flash different colors is your recharging LED. I've seen videos on YouTube of other guys with similar light user interfaces like the XT12 GT saying that they couldn't find in reading the manual instructions what LED light is actually going off and will change colors to let you know it's now reprogrammable, but it's the one around the charging port, guys. So it's not like the XT2CR where you've got a designated light. It is the one around your charging port, so keep that in mind as well. That's regardless of whether it's this 12S model or the 12 GT model. It's also got a little hole in here so that you can screw it into like a bipod or tripod, which is really, really cool. The pocket clip is very similar to the one on the XT2CR. It's very nice, honestly, guys. The retention is really strong. In fact, it feels like it's going to pull my nail back just trying to pull it forward. On the opposite end here, obviously, you've got your typical Klarus dual tail cap switch functions here. One for instant strobe, how it comes out of the box, and one for instant high. This light does have two different operation modes. So from the box, it comes with the instant strobe. Let's see, sorry, that was the primary switch, which is the instant turbo, then the instant strobe for the secondary switch back here. Like the XT2CR, if you click the strobe button, I'm gonna try to do this again, guys, I'm sorry. This is gonna be painful to watch, but we're gonna click it and hold it. I'm gonna try to show you how how to switch modes here. You'll see that light is lit up around their charger. Now it went off. I'm gonna keep it down, and soon you'll see it flash in different colors. There we go. While I'm still holding the secondary switch, I have to hit the main switch. Once I turn that off, now the secondary switch instantly takes me to the lowest mode. I have lost strobe now, okay? I have access to SOS if the light's already on by holding the rear tail cap. Otherwise, I can also turn the light off by holding the secondary switch. So now I'm gonna hit the bright turbo. It always starts in bright mode, and I'm gonna cycle through with that secondary switch, okay? The only way to get strobe back is if I go back through the process. I'm now holding the secondary switch again. You'll see the green light on. It'll cut off in a couple seconds. It just cut off. And now it will go right back to the red and green. I have to keep holding the secondary switch, hit the primary. I'm gonna turn that off, and I will have my strobe back. Okay, guys? So that is a brief overview and an unboxing of the brand spanking new Klarus XT12S model, the intermediary between the XT12 GT. Personally, I prefer the size difference because I think it's a lot more pocketable than the XT12 GT is. That's just my personal preference. But here is the overview and unboxing of the light. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe. God bless.